Right now, the lengthy process of identifying dozens of cremated remains is now underway with the end goal of returning the remains to family members. Good evening, I'm Chris Heath.
And I'm Shannon Sims. Yesterday, boxes of 56 human remains were found inside a vacant Dayton home. Shelby Costo has more on what is next in this bizarre and disturbing case.
Right now, the coroner's office is working to locate family members of all the deceased. The director tells me even if they can't find next of kin, he guarantees all 56 will finally have a proper burial.
It will take us some time.
Montgomery County Coroner Director Ken Betts has a large task. His office will try to find the families of 56 people who have died over the past 20 years to decide on a final resting place. If they can't find family,
we will then contract with one of the local cemeteries and they will be interned either in a crypt or in a grave. We will indeed bring finality to these cremains.
56 cremated bodies were found in labeled cardboard boxes inside a home owned by former funeral director Cherie McClin. Investigators are still trying to figure out why the remains were inside the foreclosed home. Betts says some of the deaths date as far back as 1992.
And I think that's what the investigation is going to show once we start talking to next of kin, to determine what they thought was going to happen or happened with the remains.
Betts says even if families never claimed the remains, it was the responsibility of the funeral home to provide a proper burial. McClin lost her funeral home license and business last year for violating state laws and codes.
You place your hope and expectation to a funeral director to take care of the loved one, and only to find out that they've been stored for years. There's just no excuse for that.
So far, no criminal charges have been filed, but neighbors are disgusted over the situation.
I hope that they find everyone's family so they can be notified, and hopefully some legal activity can be done.
We tried to contact Cherie McClin, but could not reach her for comment. In Dayton, I'm Shelby Costo.
While this is a rare case, there are things you can do to protect yourself and your loved ones. It's important to ask a lot of questions on the types of services a funeral home offers and the cost. You can always check the Better Business Bureau before you decide on a funeral home.
It'll tell you how long that company's business, how many complaints are against the company. So it gives you a lot of that great background information to help you make those decisions.
Well, tonight on ABC 22 News at 11, a local funeral home director offers advice on the things to do before a loved one passes away.